downtown. That's where he was housed because he was in like, it's called the fourth floor. It's like max security. It's where, you know what I mean, all the maximum security guys are housed. But he, oh my gosh, he was a nuisance, like big time. The all the COs hated him.
Really?
Oh yeah. I used to bring the phone to him because the phone was on like a little rolling station, and everyone in the whole unit would get so pissed at him because he would try to hog the phone like constantly, and he would just stay on the phone all day. That was his thing. He was just always on the phone.
Sounds right.
And so there was times where, because it's just loud as hell in there, it's always banging and screaming, and there'd be times in there where, because right next to him he had a chomo, like a child molester, in the cell next to him, and Wade would extort him for money, like tell him he's gonna beat his ass, you know, things like that. And they would send him money. He was getting a lot of money through Cash App. People would send him money through Cash App, mostly girls.
Yeah,
you know? But there was one time, my buddy. Okay, so he was getting high when he was in lockup. He was getting high off of Suboxone. He would have girls send in like postcards,
yeah.
and they would soak them in Suboxone strips.
What?
Yeah, you know what Suboxone is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they would soak Suboxone in postcards, mail it to him. He would get them, and then you would take like little pieces of the paper and stick them under your tongue, and that's how you would get like an opiate. You would get like an opiate high from it.
That's crazy.
This dude was always freaking high, like nonstop.
So, question: how did he have Cash App? Do you know?
I think someone was controlling it for him on the outside.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how all that works.
Okay.
But I think he would just like make a phone call to whoever was controlling it. And then, so what would happen is he was actually selling Suboxone strips and methamphetamine strips. They would soak meth.
Gosh.
Yeah. And so he was selling little pieces of them for like canteen. That's basically how you do it in there. And so he would take little pieces and get really high. But one time this dude
hold on one second, Ian. Hold on 1 second. So I got someone in the chat. Warn him on words not to say.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so yeah, just try to censor a little bit the words just in case.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, continue. Sorry, I meant.
No, you're fine. So he would he basically would front out pieces of that to people, and he would make a phone call, and if the money hit in his Cash App, then they were good to go to buy pieces. And he did that to one of our friends, not really a friend, but acquaintances in there, and the dude never ended up paying him. And we walked by when we were supposed to be like mopping the area. He had a whole bucket of like dirty ass mop water, and he poured the whole thing and flooded his cell out completely.
The dude that was supposed to pay him.
Yeah, the dude. Right, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
He flooded his whole cell out with freaking dirty mop water. But Wade was so nuts, he didn't even really care. He thought it was funny.
Oh my gosh, bro, that's insane.
He's a wacko. He would always he would yell my name when he knew I was coming on shift. He would yell my last name, like, McGee, come here, bro. And I basically watched him get all of his tattoos when he was in there. So I would come by and he would always have like different tattoos he was getting on his face.
Oh my god.
Because when he first came in, he didn't have those tattoos on his face.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Like if you see him in person, he's a big dude. He's probably like, I think 6'5", 240.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. I'm not sure his exact.
What year was this?
This was 2021.
Okay.
And I had gone back for DUI in 2022, and he was there every time I would go there. So basically, he was wild. The COs hated him. Everybody hated him.
I'm sure. I can. I can only imagine. Now, was he like chunky? He was chunky, wasn't he?
Not really chunky. He was a big dude.
Okay, because there was some pictures that just came out recently that he was like, he had, chunky, but I think that was in like 2023. So,
well, I mean, he might have gained some weight.
Yeah.
But, I wouldn't call it chunky. He was just a big, pretty good sized dude.
And then the tattoos. Now, did an inmate do them, I guess?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, there was another dude there too that was getting like the same tattoos as him, like the stitches on his face.
No.
Yeah. He was crazy. He was a master manipulator. I've never met someone like Wade Wilson.
Wow.
Like he was just, he was known in there as like, that dude. He was that dude. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
He kind of like ran. He kind of ran.
Well,
shit.
I mean, no, I wouldn't say ran it.
Yeah.
But, he was famous in there, basically.
Okay.
It's like the best way I could describe it.
Interesting. Wow.
But
and he was in general population, right?
No. He was locked down.
Oh.
No. He wasn't. He was in a cell by himself. He actually got a cellmate. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but the rumors is that he, how do you say? I don't want to say the right word. Yes, exactly. That was one of the rumors. And so he wasn't allowed to have a cellmate after that happened. But he's known for being a little, he's known for having a little. No, I'm saying he's known for having some sugar in his tank too.
What does that mean?
Like he liked men and women.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. But he would try to hide that. He never, he wasn't open about it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Because he had a tough guy persona that he would try to put on.
Right.
You could tell he was a scared little boy on the inside at the same time. It's hard to explain. I've never really met someone like this dude.
Interesting. Now, did he ever, admit to the people around him about the crimes that he did? Regarding the unalivings? Thank you guys for the roses.
I've heard he was pretty open about it.
Oh,
I mean, he, you never really know what you're going to get with Wade.
Right.
You know what I mean? There'd be times where he was hyper as hell, ADHD, and then there'd be times where he would seem super depressed, like not want to talk to anybody. But he had that type of personality that would draw people. That's the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you ever see him get beat up?
I never saw him beat up. No.
Okay. Because there's been pictures coming out where he's been like beat up, but this was probably after you. When did you get out?
Well, okay, so I was on probation and caught a new charge, another DUI. So that's why I went back. And when you in Florida, if you're on probation and you catch another charge, there's no bond. You know what I mean? You're not getting out for at least a couple months.
Okay.
So the first time, 2021, and then I think I went back. I violated in 2022. But we would take a van from the main jail to drive all the way to Ortiz. We would do that 6 days out of the week. You know, like it's yeah, it was pretty crazy. He's a wild one for sure.
TikTok shop. Sorry.
No, you're good.
People keep saying say
Code word. Sorry. Yeah.
What's he? What? Okay. So, all right. Questions in the chat. Do we have questions? I'm trying to think of some questions. Do you know, like, so you said a guy got the same stitches on his face. Do you know why the stitches are that's like a conspiracy. Do you know why the reason?
Why he did it too, or why people get that in general?
Why people get those in general? Yeah.
I think it's just like the Joker.
Okay.
I think it's just the Joker thing, and people think it's cool.
Okay. Yeah, there was a conspiracy that he got it because. So, did you hear why everyone thinks he's innocent?
No.
Okay, so people think he's innocent because he was part of some big, you know, corporation of human, you know, and that he took the fall for the unaliving of these two women. Yeah. And,
that sounds like something he would make up for people to believe.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying too. Yeah. And that the stitches are the so that they shows that he's keeping his mouth shut, right? But okay, so
yeah, I mean that makes sense, but
yeah, but no, I don't believe it. He definitely did it. I definitely believe that. So you knowing his personality, then you could definitely see him doing what he did.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I would not, if they let that dude out, that's the stupidest decision they've ever made, because I don't have a doubt in my mind he would do the same thing again.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, his dad, he told his dad that. I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah. Yeah. Which we're cool with Papa Steve. He's always in the chat. I wish maybe not. Wish he was in here now, but yeah, he ain't coming out. Does anybody have questions for Ian?
Yeah. And the only thing I could think of is verified. You could look my name up like on the Lee County, you know, the thing. I pop up and you could see the dates I'm in there with him, you know. But, you know, it's just, he's something, man, for sure.
Wow, that's...
He would yell my name down the block out of his little cell. McGee, come here, bring me the phone, bro. I got you. You know.
Yeah. So, okay, so he would always have a tablet in confinement, right? Is that what it is, a tablet? Or
so I never saw him with the tablet. They do have tablets in there.
Okay.
I think they pass it around, like when you're in the downtown jail, because it's downtown Fort Myers. So when you're in that part of the jail, it's called the fourth floor is what they call it. It's for when people get like murder charges, or I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but you know, those kind of charges. And the rules there are just a lot different than the rules at the core jail, which is the one on Ortiz Avenue in Fort Myers. So I think they passed around a tablet. But I will say that he would manipulate his way into getting the phone more than anyone else in there. And he would they're supposed to get like trips, like or rounds where they get the phone so that they each can have like a 15-minute call. And he would somehow get people to give up their phone call so that he could get it. He would talk them into it, you know. That's just how he was. He can talk someone into anything. That's just his personality.
Yeah,
so he would stay on the phone with different women, you know. Wow. And he would gloat about it, and he just thought he was the shit.
Oh, I could definitely see that. Now, did you ever hear that horrendous laugh?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, super loud.
Was that like a thing amongst everybody that everyone would just be super annoyed.
100%.
Oh,
100%. Like I said,
love
the CEOs could not stand the guy. They hated him.
oh my gosh.
They hated him. But at the same time, he got special treatment somehow. He did.
He did?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See, that's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Dude, that is actually like